Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football. USA big 3 points yesterday against Honduras. Lots of action yesterday, obviously, with Mexico winning, Canada beating El Salvador 2-0. Mexico just really scraping that win against Panama. And real quickly, the weather yesterday for the USA game was, I couldn't believe that the game went through. I've never seen so many players with there wasn't a single player in a short sleeve shirt. I'll say that much. Although there was some shirtless fans by the end of the night, but the amount of fans with those garters on and I mean, they all just looked like it was like cinematic. You see a bull breathing in the cold air, and every single player looked like that. The referee as well. The goalkeepers must have been freezing. Matt Turner, especially, was wearing some kind of coat. I think at some point. I think the referee made him take it off. Something that went on in the 30th minute or so. I think he must have been so bored or just freezing his ass off, really, standing there. I mean, he had nothing to do last night, let's be honest. I think he touched the ball maybe less than 10 times, a couple goal kicks, I think. I don't think he made a single save, Matt Turner. But it was an interesting game. And to all the fans who were at that game cheering and singing in that Minnesota arena. A big shout out to all of you guys. Unbelievable atmosphere created by the U.S. Soccer fans last night. So, yeah, big shout out to them. It's always so nice to hear those songs being sung by the fans in the stadium. So, really a recap of yesterday. Like I said, Mexico won. They just scraped that win 1-0 against Panama. So, Panama dropping points yet again. Costa Rica just now 1 point behind Panama, so that fourth place is sort of being distanced now by the top three. Canada especially. It is really hard to see them dropping too many points at this stage in the qualifying group stage. And I said that in my last video. Now USA still in second place by goal difference alone, both on 21 points, Mexico and the United States. Looking at that table, you see all those green check marks for Canada. 1-7, played 11, excuse me, only drawing 4, which is given their form, Canada, and sort of the expectations people had for that team, I think certainly have exceeded all of those expectations. Canada absolutely brilliant in this World Cup qualifying group stage, and 5 wins in a row now. The U.S. win, draw, win. We lost against Canada and another win. Mexico, those 2 losses in a row. I mean, the game we lost against Canada, the fact that they drew against Costa Rica, really, it means a lot, and that's a big point for Costa Rica, of course, when it comes to getting that fourth place spot. Obviously, the first 3 are going to be qualifying automatically for the World Cup in Qatar, but that fourth place really up for grabs, and nothing is sealed yet. We have a huge game in March 24th at the Azteca in Mexico, and that's going to be it's the biggest game, really, when you look at what we have next. And 3 games to play, one of those being Mexico. We do play Costa Rica at the last game we play in the group stage is Costa Rica, and you can't leave anything to chance at that point. You have to be qualified for the World Cup by the time the last game comes around. And even at that stage, it doesn't mean you take it easy. You don't take your foot off the gas. You do your best to get 3 points, and you salvage everything you can. And that's what you expect this team to do. And, the comments from Greg Berhalter after the Canada game, lots of people that weren't a fan. I was certainly not a fan of what he had to say after that game, talking about how that's the type of performance that he wanted, and it just – it wasn't the best game from the U.S. men's team. There was a lot missing there, a lot of cohesion that wasn't there, and so much talent on this team, but at times individual talent. And I don't want to touch too much on the game against the Canadians, but you look at that game and there was a lot of pockets of talent. I don't know how quite to put it, but Weston McKennie often taking on 3-4 players, Pulisic on the ball. There wasn't really that cohesive one-touch, quick passing, and Canada, credit to them that they played well. They scored 2 goals. A lot of defensive work from Canada in that game. I thought more. We were the better. I can't say we were the better side attacking. Obviously, we didn't score a goal. We were shut out. They scored 2, but I'm not going to say too much more about that game. But At the end of the day, look, Canada, obviously the team to beat. Certainly now they have their qualification almost for sure at this stage. Three more games to play, of course. Yeah, like I said, the game against Mexico, it's going to be huge. It's a massive game always against Mexico, and to go to the Azteca, you have to get a result there. A lot of people go with the mindset of going to the Azteca, saying a draw would be good, and perhaps at this stage it would be. You don't want Mexico to go ahead of you, and of course third place still qualifying automatically for the World Cup. But at that point, dropping points at this stage, you're leaving it up really to other teams, hoping Panama lose or draw, hoping Costa Rica lose or draw. Because we are catchable at this point. I mean, 17 points. It's that's 4 points. excuse me, away from us in second place, and Panama would love to be at a World Cup. Costa Rica, of course, senior players like Keylor Navas, that's not a man who wants to miss out on a World Cup, especially not at this point in his career. So really, really important. The U.S. put a big performance in against Mexico at the Azteca. Who wouldn't love to smash them yet again, like we did all summer and all year? Really, we took Mexico to school. I just don't like them. Okay, it's pretty simple to know why. Mexico, really, a lot of the time, I mean, this rivalry, it's a rivalry that really is more than just football, right? It's not a soccer rivalry. There's a lot of cultural things going on. There are neighbors, as are Canada, and I'm sure in the coming years, Canada are going to grow to be even more of a rival. And no disrespect to them, but they weren't really, past 2 decades. I mean, this isn't a country that's known for soccer, known for football. Big fans in the United States of hockey will tell you about the Canadian teams, the talent that comes out of that country when it comes to the NHL and players like that. And really, when you look at the United States, most of our top athletes go to American football. They go to basketball in the NBA, so that's really shifted over the past maybe decade or so, and certainly the same thing is happening in Canada. You have these talents, Jonathan David, Alphonso Davies, these really, really good, Tejan Buchanan, really top quality players coming out of Canada. And look, it's a rivalry I'm excited about, but Mexico is really the old firm of the of U.S. soccer. I think when you look at it, and who wouldn't want to go to Mexico and really smash them to pieces, get a good result, get 3 points, look further at qualifying for this World Cup and putting 2018 just way behind us. And that's my expectations, and that's what I hope to see. I hope to see a very good performance from the U.S. when it comes to March and it comes to that game. So lots of players, talking about the cold. It was unbelievable. I know I touched on this a little bit early on. Two players I think subbed off for Honduras due to hypothermia, I believe was the case. Goalkeeper, whenever you see a goalkeeper substitution, something must be going on. And actually, I thought, Honduras at that point were already out of the World Cup, weren't qualifying. Why not give one of their goalkeepers some minutes internationally? But, the news broke after the game that 2 players, I believe it was 2 players, had, been taken off for the worry, of hypothermia. Pardon me. Lots of U.S. players also freezing. I mean, if you follow any of them on Twitter, on Instagram, more so, you saw a lot of posts from players talking about they hope they never have to do that again. I mean, you look a picture of Reggie Cannon's ears. I mean, they looked like the opposite of cauliflower ear, just on the outside, beet red. I mean, frozen. You saw Pulisic coming on. He had his hands like this. I think first couple minutes as being on the pitch, and is just freezing again, which is why I have so much respect for those fans in Minnesota out there screaming and yelling their hearts out for the team to support them. Ricardo Pepi apparently with a broken nose. Just madness. Just madness. I mean, I don't want to say I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't like to be there. I would certainly be complaining and bitching about it the whole entire time. And God forbid we would have lost that game. I would have been absolutely unbearable on a ride home, I'll tell you that much. Performances last night, Kellen Acosta, man, absolutely fantastic on the free kicks. I was going to say 2 assists, but I think that second goal for Zimmerman, must have been the Pulisic goal, wouldn't have been an assist for him. I think he had 2 at the end of the night, but he was brilliant on those free kicks. When you watching Pulisic on those corners, it was so frustrating. I mean, he was taking them a little later on in the game, but frustrating, man. Really, really frustrating. Not beating the first man on corners and not the best performances from Pulisic these past two games. Of course, he had a goal last night. His celebration, a little cheeky, saying, "Look, what do you expect? It's me, Christian Pulisic. One of the best players on this US team. I think at the moment it must be." On form, it's got to be Weston McKennie. Obviously, I'm not even sure that's up for debate. But yeah, Pulisic, one of the biggest names on this team. A little lackluster the first two games. Canada, difficult game. But, he showed his worth yesterday against Honduras. Those three goals, yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for? 3 goals, clean sheet, 3 points. Brilliant, brilliant performance. Another guy I want to mention, Greg Berhalter actually mentioning him as his man of the match, Luca De La Torre. Fantastic from him. As an Arsenal fan, he reminded me a lot of Gabriel Martinelli, the way he runs at players quick on the ball. Just lightning speed, the way he was running past players. And of course, Honduras, bottom of the table, not the most star-studded team, but look, he's 23. He's only made a couple senior appearances for the U.S. men's team, but I thought he was brilliant. A couple chances in the first half for him to get a goal, but look, really, really good for him. I think surely he should be back for the next camp. I'd love to see him have a run out against Mexico. Maybe a late sub, 70 minutes or so. Or, based on his form, perhaps he could start. I mean, certainly wasn't benched. Pulisic wasn't benched for him. I thought it was strange that Jordan Morris got a start. He did all right, in my opinion. Certainly Pulisic coming on, changing the game, getting that goal. Second touch, I think. But, yeah. De La Torre for me, fantastic from him. Really, really nice to see that performance from him. So, guys, there's a lot of Arsenal stuff going on, but look, I'm gonna end the video there. Look, I really appreciate anyone watching. As always, I always say this. Anyone is more than welcome to come on, talk U.S. soccer, Arsenal Football Club, Premier League, whatever it is. Please drop me a comment, hit me up on Twitter. That link is always in the description under the video. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you when I see you.